Okay.
You can bring your stuff and put it in our auction,
Okay, right now,
like your husband's.
I'm going to paint on this painting over here.
We can bring our husbands.
Since my video is running, we'll talk about the auction after a while. So right now, I want to start this painting. And Aaron is trying to distract me, so I'm not going to let him. I'm going to put some colors. This bottle is going to be a clear green color, so I'm going to paint over it whatever colors I decide to put in here. And then when I paint it, it will be translucent and you can see the colors behind you. So right now this is a painting that we're going to do. You see the lines we're showing up right now, but when I get through, you won't be able to see them.
I can't get my lines straight. I need help.
Alright, give me a second.
Aaron will help you. You can measure from the bottom of it on one side with your handle of your brush, and that will give you an idea.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a little class of 2 tonight, and I may be stopping to help them, but right now I just want to get this started and start explaining what I'm doing. I'm going to give it a good coat of yellow, and I'll paint some of this tonight. Then tomorrow and Saturday I will probably finish it. Love the fact that I can see my lining. My line's where my bottle is going to be, but I'll have to use some darker colors to cover the other lines. Now I'm going to choose a blue
Yeah.
just to go right through
I'm having a
here.
hard time, though, because somebody has told me, well, I would never do anything to hurt you, but yet they hooked up with my ex-fiance.
Right now we're on videotape.
Yeah, I don't mean, I'm not laughing at you, I'm just laughing at what you just said. She's creating a class.
I am. I'm doing a class right now, so we'll probably delete that one. We'll probably delete that one.
I wouldn't talk to them.
I tell you what I will do. I'm going to get Ivan to edit mine
Yeah,
anyway.
You can put music behind it.
Loud music.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be. No, I'll be talking, so I want to be heard. But anyways, he's going to be doing some editing for me.
Yeah.
It will be necessary because I made some many mistakes on these. I will call them bloopers. Like walked in front of the camera one time and I had it on. So now that is an actual triangle. I'm not worried about whether it's going to be straight or not because I will correct it with the other things as I go. And if I leave these colors alone and go across the painting here, it will give them a chance to dry so that the colors won't mix too much. So this is kind of a random decision that I'm making tonight. And so we're going to use all of the colors as they're mixed in the bottle. And see how this goes. I want to do a painting that has some illusion to it. So this is what's in the background. Then I'm going to put other objects in front of them. And then I'll put the bottle as the very last. So I'm going to paint this with a little bit of texture, so it won't be real smooth. There's something about smooth painting that's just boring to me. So if you see a little line here and there, then that's great. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just going to do 1 or 2 more tonight. And I've learned to use a new brush that a friend of mine told me that says he uses all the time. It's so old, I don't even know what kind of brush it is. I've never used it very much, but now I've found that I do really like it. So these colors may be a little sissy to some of you. They may be like girly colors. But I'll have some browns, some blacks, some other colors. I'm using all the colors I can this one because I'm going to have many different objects. And I'd like to have a lot of choices of color, not limiting myself of anything other than from red and green, two colors I'm not going to use. Okay. And I think I will make this one the same color up here. But the other two circles will be a different color. So this will dry real quickly. This will go pretty quickly. And I will show you in a minute when I talk about layering and what's in the background and what's going to be in the foreground, what I'm talking about. Whatever I paint first is in the background. It's the things that's behind something else. So now I'm going to leave some of these colors to come back to later, because I will have to repeat the same colors because I don't have that many different choices. Tonight I have some in another location. Let's say, for instance, that I'm going to now, on top of this box, I want to have another one, push that one in the background. So I will just decide to get a color that will show up, cover that up, and it would be blue. And let's just say it's a square all by itself, practically a square, not a very pretty square, but a square object. Now we know it's in front of the violet color because it's sitting in front of it. This is just not a preconceived painting, but an exercise in how to use perspective in an abstract. So right here, I'll be doing this, and I'll go back over these colors and make them real thicker. Right now they're kind of going to be thin, but they'll be darker tomorrow whenever I come back in and see them. They'll be dry and darker. So there's kind of a square. And let's say now that I want this to be in front of that. I'll have to let this get dry right now. So I'm moving over to an area right in here that I want to overlap this little shape. Or maybe I will overlap this design right in here over the end of this. I think is what I'll do. So I'm going to paint this one in, completely cross over this one. So that now we know it is behind this one. We don't know what it is. We don't have a name for it. We're not going to name these objects. It's kind of like a puzzle, a mind puzzle. We'll sit there and look at it and say, what is it? Why is it there? And what reason is it to be there? So I'm going to pick up the yellow again and repeat it. I think I will repeat it right in here. Hopefully the blue has been dried enough. If not, then I will go back over tomorrow. So right now I'm going to put this color in here. And I do have grays, I do have browns, I have other colors to use I will have tomorrow that I don't have with me today. And then when this blue gets dry, I will run this over the top of it. I've just now decided that I'm going to have a box shape made out of, I believe, this purple object right here. So I will take the violet and blue and put a side on this box. And give them more of a dimensional shape. This is not a shadow, this is the side of the box. Of course, it's going to turn green because the yellow hasn't dried yet, but I will go back over tomorrow. I remember when I was in school, we drew a lot of boxes. I never could figure out why. I suppose it was to teach us something, like how to draw a box. So now, we have not just a square, but a box shape. I'm even going to extend it even further down. Here. So it will look, I think it will just look better. Of course, I have to look at it once, see if I've done this correctly. And I'm going to stick that over in front of that shape for right now. I've already made my first mistake. This should go in this direction. And this should go. I have to figure that one out, but tomorrow. Okay, enough playing around. Anybody need any help right now?
I changed my mind. I'm not doing the grapes.
Okay.
See what happens when you're not helping us, we're changing our minds.
Yes, y'all are getting unruly. That's all right. I'll get even with you guys. I'll think of something.
We're here every Thursday.
I'm not going away anywhere soon anyway. Let's see here. Now I'm going to put another layer on this one. Why don't we make a cone shape out of this one? Like an ice cream cone. Why not? It's our prerogative to do that.